Welcome to the Rookie Critic YouTube channel. Today, my guest and I will talk about recent movies, a little bit about Star Wars Episode 9, and then we'll share some old movie ideas and talk about how we got into writing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Kermit the Log.
Hey, Rookie, how you doing today, man? I love that intro, bro.
Thanks, man. I hope that everybody saw it. I don't know if I was sharing my screen or not. Was I sharing the screen?
I saw it on my end, and
okay,
it's magnificent. Every time somebody shoots out the beam, it makes me smile, and you're so funny.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought the show could use a little bit of that, you know.
It definitely, and you have a great screen presence, and dude, the explosion at the end, I love explosions.
Hell yeah. I'm glad. That's kind of the feeling. I wanted the energy to get people pumped in a way with that. But all right, so I'm going to say hello to some people in the chat real quick before we actually get going and rolling. Lethal Lightning already out of the gate with a tiggity $2 super chat. What's up, my friend? Hail Trans Fat. What's up, my Aussie? Says, shake that back end. All right. Well, I don't know if I can do that on camera, but I'll shake my front end, or at least my top end. If that works. White boy dancing, like, you know, pretty bad. I know. Other than that, we got Riot Kitty in the chat. What's up, Riot Kitty? Says, Naya. I don't know. Teresa Martin's here always saying hello with a little hand wave, applause. Random Nerd of Doom says, hail, Rookie. And Kermit lives cocaine, LOL.
I do live cocaine, and I love cocaine. It too. He loves it.
Can't cocaine. You go cocaine, you can't go no other way. Something like that. But before we get going into our main topics, I just said our topics out loud a second ago. Do you watch EFAP?
I don't even know what EFAP is.
So EFAP stands for Every Frame a Pause, and that's where you probably heard of Mahler, the guy who did like the 5-hour critique on Star Wars on The Last Jedi. Yeah, so he and his buddies, Rags and Wolf, and other YouTubers from around, they have guests on sometimes, and they cover videos, and they pretty much watch the video and pause, whenever they want to comment on something or make a rebuttal to something that they say in the video. That's pretty much the concept of their whole show. Mm-hmm. And they've done 59 episodes of this, and like each episode is like a minimum 3 hours long. Mm-hmm. The 24-hour one went on for like 36 hours. Their average stream now is like around 9 hours. And they just did one recently on Jenny Nichols or Nicholson or something. And she's like a big YouTuber, I guess. And a lot of people did not seem to like that. And one of them was a blue checkmark feller. And he was claiming that they are harassing her with their critique. And it's like, that's not accurate at all. But
I already hate this guy.
Yeah. So, we're not going to stay too long on this type of topic. But let's just take a little bitty look for you on there. Andy Campbell says, ever get so mad at women that you just go live for 12 hours? And he's like, one of the jokes on EFAP is long man bad, because people will criticize you by going, it's too long. I guess if that's a critique.
Like I usually get that about my penis.
Good one, Kermit. The green peen strikes again. But then he goes down here and says, I'm still amazed each day at the lengths shitty YouTube men will go to hate or to harass others. I know this is nothing new, but my God, it hasn't gotten any better. What are the odds do you think he actually watched any seconds of the video?
None. He just hates. This guy hates white men. He hates himself.
Yeah, he sees woman on cover, sees men reviewing her content, and going, "Must be harassment." You know, I got to defend her. Got to defend the poor girl.
Now, if he was talking about my channel, he'd be accurate.
Of course, right. But it's like,
I can't believe you let them vote.
It's more like the point though being like these guys have covered like, you know, mostly men in their 59 episodes, and they cover one woman, and then this guy's like, I gotta go save her. It's like these are what I like to call the white knights that, you know, somebody said I should make a t-shirt about this. You know, these type of people go, women are very strong. To hold my beer while I go and save her. Try to go save her, and it's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that too long. I just thought I'd give a little brief thing on that, because I did find that to be very funny.
What's that stand for again?
Every frame a pause. Because they pretty much go through their thing and pause all the time. That's how they pretty much cover their content, basically. We got George Big Dick Lucas in the house. Does a great video tweeted out today. Thanks, my friend. If anybody doesn't know, I'm a member of the Fandom Collective and High Command, and we are back and ready to post more stuff. I've been a little more hands-on with it lately. I've been posting little under 2-minute shorts lately, and they're basically news type of shorts / shout outs to other YouTubers. And today is one I covered the EFAP thing, and yeah, people are loving this. So I'm going to keep on doing ones like that. They're very, very easy to make.
I haven't seen that one, Rookie, but I've definitely seen the videos you guys have been putting out, dude, and it's super awesome what you guys are doing, dude. I was like I felt like I was watching Rocky, the first one you guys put out with Flip talking. Like he sounds like a professional speaker. Like if you told me that was corporate speaker for Target, I would believe him.
Yeah, he's got that down. Well, and there is a huge age difference, by the way. So it's like, you know, I'll come in, you know, hey guys, how's it going? And do my silly little skits. Then he comes in. Anyway, for the Phantom Clay, it's like, okay, he gets the serious side. But then you'd be surprised, because at the end of his video, he shows his silly side. Did you see the one that, you know, did you see his short that he posted?
Which one was that?
Or he shows a Star Wars leak.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I'm not going to spoil it, but that's one of the best leaks I've ever seen.
Right.
You know,
it was that's such a funny visual joke.
Yes, which is funny. He's like, yeah, nobody's ever done this. Nobody's covered this. I'm the first one. And that's the end of the video. And then he just takes a leak.
I was wondering if that was real or not, you know?
I know. That was great. The Random Nerd of Doom says, hey, Rookie, on the topic of story writing, you should creepypasta author and narrator, Lighthouse Horror, on live stream to interview him about story writing. I never looked into creepypastas. Have you?
No, I don't. I'm not sure. You know, maybe I have, and I don't know the name. I'm bad with names.
So like creepypasta makes me just think of gross pasta, but pretty sure that's like the bad horror stories or something. The writers. I'm not sure what that is, Random Nerd. Not quite yet.
I like horror though, Random Nerd of Doom. But you know what I really like? I like the Big Dick George Lucas name. That makes me laugh.
I know, that's hilarious. He just recently is on Twitter. I think he said that he's going to start a YouTube channel soon, or he asked if people would want him to. Dude, if you want to, hell yeah. And get in touch with the Fandom Collective, and we got your back. So we'll promote you for sure.
Hail Fandom Collective.
Hail. But so let's go on to a movie topic real quick. So you know, I did not see Terminator Dark Fate. I just don't really want to. I don't really care. You said that you went and saw it a little bit? You tried to see it.
Well, I said fuck you, Tim Miller. Fuck you, feminism. Fuck you, Terminator. And I went and paid for the movie The Joker again, because that's where I want my money going. And I went and watched the first 40 minutes or so, 30 minutes of Terminator, and left when my Joker film started. And I don't need to see the rest. I mean, it was so disgusting how is it spoilers or no?
I don't care.
You know, they basically, we see young John Connor at the beginning of the film, and they just take a grenade and shove it up his ass and explode him all over the camera. And, you know, that's how the film starts. Fuck your Terminator. It's our Terminator now. So that's how I felt about it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, without even seeing the movie, just seeing the fact that they were making this next one, and it just seemed to be like another, like, why? Since when is Terminator the type of series that needs to have multiple movies? Like,
I would actually I love the, like I was telling you earlier, I love the ones that were even the shitty ones, like Salvation, Genesis, Terminator 3. I liked all of them, but like, dude, just, I don't need the same exact goddamn story. It's exactly how the Force, what is it? The Force Awakens is like, A New Hope. This is the same way for this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can agree with you on that. I mean, I didn't hate Terminator 3. I didn't like Terminator 4, but I was okay with it. And those ones pretty much told the progressing story. Like, so it wasn't retelling any of the same exact story beats. It was something different happening in each one, and it made a lot of sense that way. So, yeah, I agree. That's how they could do it. But, yeah, retelling it and trying to shove over the thing, hey, so the savior isn't the savior now, it just moves on to the next one. That just makes it seem irrelevant. So when they kill her, is it going to go to another one? Like, it seems like if you can just do that with any chosen one, why? It doesn't make any sense.
The only way that will transfer to the next person is if we can find maybe I don't know, like a Jewish or a Muslim transgender person to one up, the person of color that we have to make it so in the last one.
Possibly. Gays, they have not been $5 in like 5 years. Subway sandwiches.
How much are they? How much is a foot long? $6?
So the cheapest foot longs are $5.79, and that's like a meatball, a ham, a veggie, and a cold cut combo. The spicy Italian sometimes. The rest are usually $6 to $7, $8, some are even $9. The brisket was one that we had recently, and that was around $10.
Is that the Lamborghini of Subway sandwiches?
I suppose so. It was only available for like a month and a half. So it did not last very long.
People freak me the fuck out whenever somebody tells me that they'll have like a tuna sandwich or anything involving fish from Subway.
I know, tuna is cat food in my opinion. But this one lady had ordered a meatball sandwich and tuna on the same sandwich.
Oh my God.
I'm going to have to do a stream one of these days where I just talk about Subway.
Is your Subway like located inside a Walmart?
No, it's just its own location.
I was on Red Gaze's stream last night. Hail Red Gaze in the chat, and we were looking at ass crack on his show all night.
I still don't forgive you, Gaze, for showing that weird video site of this. I can't even. I blocked the words out of my head, so I don't remember what it's called. So I don't even know, but I don't forgive you for that. And we got DJ Callus in the chat as well. Random Nerd of Doom. DJ Callus I think he's an actual DJ, like a real DJ. So
that's Lord Callus, right? And this is DJ Scandalous.
No, this is DJ Scandalous. That's what it is. Did I say DJ Callus?
Yeah.
I saw the OUS on the name and just kind of jumped to that. Yeah, DJ Scandalous. Yeah, what's up? You guys, I think I want to show the intro again real quick before we go into the next one, because I don't know how many people saw it in the beginning. Yeah. And I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think in the chat. Let me know what you think about the intro that I made for the streaming intro, basically, the start. And let me know if you want to see that or more stuff like that, because
I want to see it.
I'm trying to add some stuff. Hold on. Derp. Don't have it open yet.
I'm going to play this every time I open a beer.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right, let's see. So share screen, derpy derp, window, share audio, boom, and boom. Boom.
That's so unbelievable. I love when you go back and forth and it's just you.
I know, right? That's pretty much the entire premise of all my skits.
And, no, I mean, like when you're jumping, and it's like you're just like it's like a GIF almost of you going back and forth in the air.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! When I was doing the thing,
Yeah.
I did that specifically for Black Angus because he said that he likes to see stuff like Family Guy, and they always have like a like different angles.
I thought you were saying something sexual.
Not this time. Not this time. Right, Katie made an intro for a video today too. Well, that's cool, right? I'll be glad to see that. She has some cool anime style ones for her intros.
Nice.
Yeah, fan scene in the chat, the official Knight of the Collective. What's up, my friend?
Dude, I love his videos too that he's been posting. That's so nice, and like it makes it feel like a community. And he's doing really good with that, dude. I love fan scene.
Oh, yeah, he is. We're gonna be adding some more as well soon. So we're trying to add to the team a little bit slowly.
It looks like he lives in the same city as he looks like he lives in Haddonfield from Halloween. You ever see? It's like maybe it's the gloomy fog behind him in all his videos. The fog. Yeah, the frog.
That makes sense. Let me just check something right here real quick. Oh wow! Oh, I got mail at my place. Somebody actually sent me something. Sweet. It's got a text. I didn't know I'd get notifications. So I'll be doing an unboxing soon.
Oh, nice, dude.
I didn't think people would actually send anything to that. So
what's in the box?
What's in the box? I don't know. All right, now so we're about to move on to the writing topic in just a few minutes, guys. We thought we'd cover the few pop culture things, have a little fun, talk about that, and then we're going to talk about ourselves a little bit. But so I don't really care about The Rise of Skywalker at all. The new Star Wars film that's coming out next month. What are your thoughts on it, man?
I'm really hoping that they in this we like see a new planet in this one, and it's a sex planet, and it's for sex slaves. And Rose Tico has been sent there. It's like the Spice Mines on Kessel, but for whores. And I just like to see most of the film take place there. Her getting punished, her being subservient. I don't know. What do you think?
Chat, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds more worth my money than what they showed. I mean, it's possible. And I mean, I'll be fair. Like, I didn't hate the visuals of it. I like the idea. A lot of concepts that they've had in the sequels I like, but it's how they really do anything with them that is always the question. And the characters. See, now that would help me care about Rose Tico.
Yeah.
How's she going to get out of this, or will she want to stay?
Yeah, maybe she loves it. I don't know. Maybe she'd like to stay a whore. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too excited about this film. I'm definitely paying to see Cats.
Okay. I think I'd rather see Rise of Skywalker actually than that. If they didn't make Cats look so horrific,
yeah,
I would rather see it. But I'd rather see Rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry, guys. I'd rather see The Last Jedi than Cats because that looks scary.
But I'm going to pay for Cats.
What?
I'm going to pay for Cats and go see Star Wars.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. See, I'd rather just go to the movie theater, give them money for popcorn and a drink, and go home and watch something else.
Yeah.
To support the theater, to keep the theater up.
And then you sell popcorn. They have good soda at the movie theater usually.
Yeah, true. Rosetta Allen says, why have you mentioned everyone but me, Rookie? Are you ashamed of the crazy biker chick? Oh, no, of course not. I mentioned you earlier in the chat.
Yeah. Hail Rosetta Allen.
Hail Rosetta. Yeah, she does. Yeah, you do streams all the time and talk about nature and all these ones. So, guys, definitely check her out. If she's referring to the Fandom Collective one, I mean, we've got like over 2,000 followers, and like I personally communicate with like 200 channels. So it's going to take a while to get to everybody, and that number increases all the time. So
did you just big time her?
Was it?
Did you just big time her?
Oh yeah, big time. Yep. That's what the red tube. That's the red tube version. Yep. The Storyman says, for writing, check out my channel. I have story. Yeah, story on there that I animated, illustrated. Okay, man, I'll check that out.
Who would have thought Storyman is a writing channel?
I should have put two and two together. How foolish of me. I'm actually going to open up his channel and put it in the chat. if that's there. So while I'm talking, while I'm getting that going, yeah, if you want to give any last thoughts on, what you think that Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker is going to be about, maybe. What's something you're expecting, or favorite characters? What do you think? How do you think their arcs are going to conclude?
Okay, now, not joking. I know I was joking about the Rose Tico stuff, but if Star Wars really wanted to win me back and to make me a fan again, I would have this saga, the episode 9, end with Palpatine winning and killing both Kylo and Rey, and the bad guys win for a long time.
And that'd be fine with me.
Yeah. And then he can send Rey and Rose to the Sex Whore Island planet.
Hell yeah. Now, I think that'd be a good spinoff for Rian Johnson to continue. All right, check out Storyman. His channel is being posted in the chat right now. So he said he's got a YouTube channel and talks about writing on there, so I'll be checking that out later, man. I like that. I'm his 20th subscriber. If you guys want to sub to him, put it down there. Let's see what else is over here. We got.
I'll subscribe to him too after this is over.
Sounds good, dude. We got everything Star Wars. I call him John. His name is Rob, but that's okay. There's a mistake on one of my first live streams that I had him. So I was like, oh, that's John. And he says, hello there, Cookie Critic, which I might bring that persona back at some point. I might do a little short on the Cookie Critic. Did you ever see the Cookie Critic?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
That was before I knew you. That was almost a full year ago.
Oh wow!
Actually, one of the things is like I'm a picky eater. Like I don't eat that much, food that everybody else does, and I have never tried Subway cookies. And so I'm like at my Subway after closing, I'm just like, I made like a whole skit out of it. I like gave them little voices like, no, please don't orphanage. Just like, and I'm like, this it could be bad. I don't know.
Funny.
I did one where I ate a banana too, and that one's Justin Proper's favorite.
I bet it is. I hated it. I would think if you could be like maybe rate like pornos, the Nookie Critic.
Then that has been suggested to me. That's possible, but we'll see in the future. We never know where this channel's going to go.
Yeah, you might get some. What do you call it? Like groupies.
Oh, that's true. Now, if we want some real information on that, then the expert would be the Red Gaze. And he says, if you're looking for a sex planet in action, check out Captain Love on Indiegogo by my man Drew. All right. Gaze, are you a mod? You can put some Indiegogo links in the chat if you want. I don't think you're a mod. No, I don't want to give him the power. Not yet. I'll wait. I'll wait on that.
Snow Dub. Hail Snow Dub.
Snow diggity dubs in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going to be my rapper teacher one of these days because he is a good at rapping and I am not.
I like your rap.
I do like to rhyme. I can't say that I rap.
It's one thing it's like totally, you can still be a good rapper if you don't take yourself, in my opinion, if you're not taking yourself seriously about it, and you don't, like,
it's more that I can't keep to a beat. Like, I don't know, like, it's just going, or, it's doing I have no idea how to say the words that, like, match it enough. Yeah. I'm just like, it's going, boom, 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 and I'm just doing the I don't know. I have no clue.
Problem, but Snow's white, too.
Oh, I know. But it's just funny because, no, he's blue.
Yeah, he's blue.
Oh, he's blue. What are you talking about?
Sorry.
Hell yeah. Hail to everyone. All right. Just doing one last little glance through the chat, and then we'll talk about how we got into writing and whatnot. I appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, we're just getting into the flow of things. Let me know in the chat if you guys saw the intro when I did that, because I made like a whole 40-second intro video, and I like sharing that around because it's I don't know if that helps you get into the mood of this, or if it's just like, oh God, here they go. And I don't know. I feel like since it has everybody giving their energy, quick flashes, that makes it kind of cool. But We got a $2 super chat from Snow Diggity Dub. He says $2 toward some rap lessons. Get better, LOL. Thanks, man. I'll be pretty much paying you that to give me the lessons. So I appreciate it. I'll need that to help out with the lessons. Big time. Gay says you couldn't handle my big bitchin' wrench. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what Snow's talking about.
I don't know. I do not know. F you, Kermit. Puppet phobe. Oh, because you're not on. You don't have your puppet out.
Oh, right. I guess.
No, you don't have Kermit out. It's just you. It's just Bert.
I'm like the Uncle Tom of puppets.
It's just Bert.
All
right. All right. So everybody, I'm going to show the intro that I made one more time before we start going into our main topic of the evening, which is our writing and some old movie ideas that we had, and share some of that fun. So here we go. Boom, bitch.
I think you should add that part to it.
Boom, bitch. Now that'd ruin it. that would ruin it, I think. But no, I think I'll make a few different versions of an intro, so that one can be shorter, one can be longer. That wasn't even all the people that give me energy in the thing, or at least that were live action with it. There's a good, 12 more that I didn't because I thought it'd be too long.
Yeah.
But, who knows? I'm gonna see what people think in the chat real quick about that. Show it again. Get the log out. It's talking to you, man.
I know. My
log's always out.
I don't want to scare anybody, Red.
What?
I don't want to scare anybody.
Yeah. Join for the fun of it's taken off for a little bit. That's cool, man. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm going to have him come on to one of these streams at some point. I think I'm going to bring back the Rookie Corner podcast where I had like the groups. I haven't done a group one on my channel in a while. So I might bring those back in a little bit and see and have a guest like him on because he did my first cover for the Rookie's Quest trilogy, the first one. That was, still getting the concept down and everything, made that for me. And that was awesome. And I really appreciated that. Helped me get out the word a little earlier than planned. So that was a big help. He's an awesome artist, does awesome reviews on his channel too. Another growing one.
I got to check out your channel too, Drawing for the Fun of It.
Hell yeah. He actually did a review on my channel and drew me.
That's cool.
And I was like, dude, damn, that's awesome.
That makes you feel good, I bet, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, and it's like the drawing you did too. It's kick ass. It was my future Jeff one. So it was the blue hood and the shades and stuff. And, it's nice. Like, all right, it's tight. Random Nerd of Doom says Rookie's intro needs more AT-ATs from Star Wars. I don't think I had any in there. I guess the point of it was to show that like stuff that I've done, but I think I can manage something. I'll do it just for you, Random Nerd. And then we got a $2 super chat from Second Street Marvel, another awesome rising YouTube channel. I'm not going to say what he does, but he is going to be in my next project, and he's going to be playing a pretty good part. So I'm just going to say that. And he says, warning, read New Mutants before X-Force. I appreciate the warning on that because I am starting to read comics. I am kind of new to it. I've only read like 6 or 7 comics so far, Cyberfrog being one of them, the Darth Maul comic, and a couple others. So 'tis a good warning. Do you read comics, Kermit?
I don't read too many comics, man.
Yep, I don't as well. Not yet, but I'm getting into the habit. Angus sent me like 30 comics, and I think the ones that he suggested are ones that he sent me. So I'll have to see.
I read comics when I was a kid, but I'm 37 now, and like I don't really have any comics, So there's a comic book placed on my store, and I used to go buy dollar comics like recently, as like a year or two ago, just to look at them to like look at frames for trying to do stuff for making films with, or like I thought maybe I could find an obscure comic and make a short film from it, but no, I didn't read Cyberfrog either. Did you like it?
Oh yes, I read it. I liked it. One of the things that he warned people beforehand was that he's trying to, summarize all the stuff that happens beforehand so that he can get into the story of Blood Honey. And so there's a lot of things that he has to kind of rearrange in the beginning to make it work. And then pretty much the end of this is like the beginning of the actual story. It feels like it's like it's getting you. It's like right before all the action happens is what it feels like. So there's still like it leaves you going, okay, we're here now. All right, I want to see the rest. What the hell? So it's a good way to leave it so that you can want the next issue and want to read it.
Second one.
The second one, he has not started that yet. Not quite yet. That'll take a little while for him too. But what's funny is that I didn't even think that they made comic books. Like I thought that whatever comic books were around today were left over from like 15 years ago, and like when they shut down all the printing faculty, facilities. That's what I assumed. So I was like, they still made comics today. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was like, I don't know. Must have. Yeah. I would assume the same thing as you, but I knew that they still make comics though.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I didn't know. So I thought people would just sell the comics around, and that's how they pretty much did them. Oh, guess what? George Big Dick Lucas is the story guy.
Wow.
Oh, nice. I did not see that coming.
Stories now for sure with a name like that.
I did not see that coming. But yeah, we'll definitely check your channel out. I'll hand it over to Flip to see if we can get you promoting on the collective, man. Hell yeah. Second Street says, buy them and do it like your boy Zach does. Read them and then rip it apart. Not bad advice, man. Not bad advice. Mongo's big thanks. One of my newer patrons says, I couldn't get home fast enough. Here's hoping I haven't missed too much. Oh, no, you're good, man. And this stream will be shorter. Like, we're already about halfway through it. So you're all good. I'm not going to do the rookie corner ones will be longer than these. The one-on-ones, I figure, like an hour and a half is pretty good time for it. Definitely.
Nice frogs finish fast.
Exactly. Now, speaking of froggies, let's go into the topic about writing and old movie ideas. So, first one will be, what got you into writing?
Well, I've always been a big reader. Like, I didn't read comics as a kid, but I definitely read tons and tons of EU novels. I always liked reading. Always been super duper big fan of film, movies as a kid. Just like, I just always loved movies, especially horror. And, I after high school, I waited tables for like 12 years and just kind of fucking partied and did everything. And when I went back to school, I went for a film major and I just kind of gravitated towards writing. I like seeing people's reaction when I say something funny.
Well, you have pretty much made that a profession at this point. Whether it's on Twitter or on YouTube, you're one of the funniest dudes around. So you have mastered that, I would say.
Thank you.
But there's always more to learn. So don't get too comfy.
No doubt. I love reach arounds, by the way, man. That's it right there. That's exactly what I was going for. I was going to. So I went to the junior college here in San Francisco. Went to I studied film. Then I transferred and went to San Francisco State. And at San Francisco State, I was trying to be a full-time screenwriter. That was what I was majoring in. And I had this really cool teacher, and she was like, all your stuff, like you haven't finished an actual screenplay. I would just write the first act of each screenplay. And she was like, you should write comedy because you're like, your screenplays are funny. They're just not going anywhere, So
yeah, that makes sense.
She was like, try sketch comedy. And I took the sketch comedy writing class. And that's where I wrote my first, I guess, skit for the PMS show, which was Kermit the Log going on Anderson Cooper, complaining about being beaten by her, #he too.
Well, that's freaking awesome, dude. I love how you connected that with your YouTube channel as well, like with your skits. Now, you have a sketch writing class?
Well, at San Francisco State, there was a sketch writing class, yeah, and then it was basically like a writer's room, and she made the class feel like you're on a late night comedy writing like a job almost. Like we would have class once a week, and there'd be 12 people in the class and 15 people in the class. And every week, you sit down right at the beginning of the class, and everybody has the teacher might do some bullshit teaching thing for like 20 minutes. And then the rest of the 2.5 hours is everybody in the class pitches their, we have to go around the group and do a table reading of everybody's sketch they wrote that week. And then at the end of class, we do a silent vote where everybody writes on the paper, what's the top 3 sketches of the week out of the 15. And then the top 3 make it into the group. And then at the end of 12 weeks, there's three sketches are picked a week. And at the end, we would have a show where, and there was like, a couple hundred people were at the show, and we did like a live reading of all the skits. And I had like half the sketches compared to like everybody else was like my half the show, and then everybody else's.
Damn, dude. I wish that they had something like that at my colleges, but damn, dude, that's a great experience, I imagine.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, definitely, for sure. And then, so after that, I've mentioned on other live streams I've done that, I still wanted, like, I graduated basically a year ago from state, and then I wanted to keep, like, my teacher was like, she told me I should move to LA or Chicago to sign up for Second City or the Groundlings writing, comedy writing troops, and like try to pursue it professionally in those places. And I was like, bitch, I can just do this shit from YouTube. So I made my video for the first Kermit the Log one, and that's what I've been trying to do since then. And I don't know.
Well, I'd say you've improved since then. And when I first saw you, I think it was on Jesse Milestone's live stream. You're sending $2 super chats. Like you sent like 20 of them or something, telling her to check out your video. And I was like, what is this? And I checked your profile, and I was like, oh, you have a video or two. I mean, that's all right. And then at some point, you posted your Nightmare on Frog Street, and that was around when you and I ended up interacting a lot more. Right. And it was on my list to watch. Like I'm like, oh, I'll watch this at some point. And then months and months went by, and I've not watched it until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
I finally watched it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah. Honestly, kind of wish that you do more stuff like that, because I thought I liked the passion you put in there. The collaborations with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, see, on like that one, I got to use my filmmaking skills that I got from, I took all the filmmaking classes, and that helped for making that. I really enjoyed doing that one though, for sure. And it was funny too. So that's why I've been kind of in a conundrum what to do next. So I just put out another short film that I had made before, but I did like the director's edit of it, and it was on my other channel that I had, and that had like 300,000 views. So I just re-edited it and made it sexier and just released it, and I like it a lot. It's called Hypnotized.
Hell yeah! Do you have a link for it, or you can?
It's just the first video on on the Kermit the Log's channel. So if anybody wants to check it out, yeah, there's a girl with big titties on the thumbnail.
Tiggle bitties. Love that, man. We have Megazord Jeremy in the chat. I love that name very much. I'm a huge Power Rangers guy, so appreciate it. And the amount of Jeremys, at least 5 should combine, at least.
Like in the Nightmare on Frog Street, I really liked the music so much, and that was made by Ben from Fanatics of Film. And it's a thing. I met these people through the Phantom Collective.
Yeah, I appreciated that too, because that's how I want people to kind of network with. It's like, if you want to find people to work with, check out the Phantom Collective, and you'll find a lot of people that are trying to work on projects. And right. If anything, contact us at the Phantom Collective, and we'll post if you guys want to find people to work on a project with. Hey, you need an artist, or you need somebody to do music or something, or to participate in some type of cameo. Right. People are willing to do it. People like to help out with stuff like that.
Yeah, for that film, I had Ben. He did the music, which is incredible in my opinion. And then at the end of the film, there's a bunch of art, and that was done by Big Will. And also, the poster for my film was done by the First Night fan scene, and it's awesome. It's such a good group of people that I've met in this collective, dude. I'm proud to be a member.
And it's a growing group. It's pretty much grown into its own community now, by this point, honestly. But yeah, I loved your thing that it's like, I wouldn't expect you. I did not expect you to be that creative in the beginning, to be honest. I was like, this Kermit the Log, who's that? He just keeps on asking Jesse Milestone to watch his frog video. And at some point, it's like you're one of the funniest dudes, and you got this creative talent with all this, and the other story ideas you've told me are like freaking fantastic.
Thanks.
And you're one of the most creative dudes on the platform.
Oh man, oh god, I'm blushing. I have my green cheeks here now.
Green cheeks. See, and now after I'm done telling my story real quick, then we'll go to your Jesus idea.
Okay,
it's freaking great. That's one of the best.
Thanks.
But okay, so with how I got into writing, how I got into film, it goes back quite a while, but I'll just summarize it to around just basically Star Wars in a way. Like when I was in 5th grade, I had this huge bug to try to write, and I'd be trying to write my own stories for Star Wars.
Did you say in 2nd grade, rookie?
5th grade.
5th grade, sorry.
5th grade. So it was like right before middle school. And I just had this bug where I just kept on trying to write little ideas, and I would insert myself and my friends into a Star Wars story. And it was god awful. And I keep on saying that I will show that one of these days, and I promise I will, because I have them printed out. I don't know where the computer files were that had even more of those stories, but I have at least a few of those stories from back then, and they are so god awful. I made one of the protagonists called Paul, and I think he was supposed to be that kid that do you remember at the end or during the Jedi Purge when Senator Organa was just landed, and there's that like kid that comes out?
Yeah, that's George Lucas's stepson.
I did not know that, but that kid was going to be the character Paul. I just named him Paul, I think. And in my version, it's like, okay, so instead of him getting shot down, he's able to hop on with Organa, and then he like dropped him off at Dagobah or something or he came to Dagobah later. I don't fucking know. I don't remember the idea entirely. But
does Padme fuck him because she likes younger guys?
No. I don't think I included her all that much in the story, but it was like I made there like a Jedi Academy on Coruscant during the Empire's first beginning, after the siege of the temple. I don't know what the hell I was doing back then.
Yeah.
It did not make any sense.
Well, you're 10.
but it was funny because that was 5th grade. That was around 2005 for me, and that was after Revenge of the Sith just came out. And I think Revenge of the Sith is what fueled all these ideas. Like after I had all the 6 movies in context now from back then, and then that's like kind of what jump started my writing bug. And then later it turned into me trying to write other stories, so like more into high school and stuff. And one of them is called The Moving Galaxy, and I'll even share my screen real quick because I still have that document actually, and it's funny. Let's see here. So
that you're passionate about that from such a young age, bro.
Thanks, man. The moving galaxy, and I even wrote down on here people that I wanted to star in it. I wanted Peter Mensa. Now he's the guy in 300 that gets kicked when he says, "This is Sparta." He's the guy that's kicked. Eliza Dushku. She's basically Buffy's huge rival in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she's in like Dollhouse or some other shows and movies. Allie Larder, she was the survival chick in Resident Evil 3 Extinction, the movie, and I thought she was kind of badass. So her. Hudson Leak played as Callisto in Xena. I wanted Jessica Alba because Jessica Alba. Jason Momoa because I was watching Stargate Atlantis and he was freaking badass.
Hey, Rookie, you had Jason Momoa in 2003?
2011 was when I wrote it.
You're hella ahead of the game. You could be like a caster in Hollywood now. You knew he was going to be a star.
I liked him in Stargate Atlantis. He played as one of the main characters in Stargate Atlantis for 4 seasons. And that was where he defined his badass persona.
Cool. I got to check that out. Did he have short hair?
No, he had the long dreads. He had like long dreads, the jacket, all that stuff. I mean, that's pretty much the character design that I had for my Hefty Hero idea.
Right. I like the Hefty Hero, dude.
And I put Gerard Butler, and I have no idea why, because I don't care about him at all. I don't know why.
What did you watch at the time that you were thinking Gerard Butler?
I'm assuming I saw him in 300, and I was like, Gerard Butler.
Dude, I'm tripping. I know who Gerard Butler is, obviously, and from 300. I was thinking Gerard Depardieu.
I have no idea who that is. But I wrote, oh my God, I wrote 88 pages of this back then. And it was.
Does anybody in the chat know who Gerard Depardieu is? He's like a French actor. Anyway, sorry, Ricky.
It's all good. I'm almost done wrapping this one up, I guess. But it's like, what is this? There's an Applebee's. Howard, Rachel, Kathy, and Phil are at dinner at Applebee's. They're laughing, and Phil says, "Really? I've got to get me a pilot's license." Rachel says, "It's so romantic when he took me out on our first date on a plane." I just hate the dialogue that I wrote back then.
Of course. It's awesome, though, dude. This is great, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't have any format of writing. I didn't want to put it into a known. I just wanted to write what I'm feeling, kind of, and then put it in a way that I could understand at the time. And
just looking at it, just the format, looking at it looks better than like 90% of stuff that, like, when I was going to the junior college, I was the teacher's aide for the screenwriting course, and this is already just instantly is better. You can tell it's better than anything, half the stuff that you get, because it's like it looks like you put time into it.
I appreciate it, but it's like, oh my God. So you'll hate it. I hated the concept now because when I was thinking of the galaxies, I think what I meant in my head was solar systems, because the way I described it was like, so there's this moving galaxy and it's got all these planets and it's going to like fuse into our galaxy. And this is how we're going to get the alien enemies to, we're going to each have our own home planets, but they're just going to be brought together closer and then have like a huge fight. And I'm like, so then the edge of the galaxy seeps into the Kuiper belt, which is the end of our solar system, basically. It's like, I think I got the concepts mixed up. And this was 2011. So this was the year before I started to watch space documentaries and understand what any of the stuff was. And before I got really into space. So it was
that's awesome, though, dude. And by the way, that black hole right there, definitely looks, I mean, if it was a Rorschach test, I just think black vagina.
Black vagina. Of course. But I can continue here. Let's see. So I was trying to, the concept was going to be like they were going to go to the alien planet to try to fight them or something. And I wanted to make my own, there's going to be, I remember too. There's going to be the Bermuda Triangle was going to play into this as well. It was going to be the Bermuda Triangle is going to be a portal to another planet called Hybridia. And like on that planet, humans have been there for a long time. This was ripped right from Stargate, technically. And they didn't have this exact idea, but it was just pretty much along the same concept of Stargate. And, Hybridia is like the days on the planet is like 36 hours. And then the night, or like a full day instead of 24 hours is 36 hours on that planet. So they have more time in the day. It's kind of a thing. It was like twice the size of Earth. And I was trying to draw, I was like, what would the life forms be? And then I literally would draw all these different concepts for alien animals, and would give them features and how they interact in the ecosystem. And like I even came up with names. This blue dude's called the Octoquadrodon, and then there's the green ones, the Tentacloid.
These things look scary. I know they're supposed to look cute and shit, but they look scary.
They're supposed to be detailed, but that's as close as I get. They look like Pokemon.
Bro, you're like Picasso compared to me.
I appreciate that, bro. It's like this is when I would take time to draw things. Like I have to have patience to draw, and now draw with a pen. I could not draw with the pencil. I just every time I would do it, it would break, or I'd try to put a little pressure and it's too light, and I'd erase and the shavings get all everywhere. With a pen, I'd use a friction pen, so I could still remove the ink, but it wouldn't leave as much of a mark. It would kind of dent the paper slightly, but that wouldn't affect the overall look when it's colored. So, and that's kind of, it's like the writing led into my drawing. They kind of went hand in hand for a while, but writing definitely oversaw it.
Or when are you making this into a comic book, or what do you want to do with it?
I mean, I don't know. So like Black Angus has talked to me about making my stuff into comic books. And so like, I've considered that as a possibility. Like I might have some of my ideas end up going that route. We'll see. I mean, my one idea that I would probably make into a comic is my Hefty Hero one, which I have shared with you before.
Yeah, you want to share it again?
I don't know if I shared it on a stream, actually. I don't know. I'll share it with you guys now if you want. or I'm gonna do it anyway, regardless. But
I think that's a hell yeah, rookie.
it's like, so the hefty hero idea was like basically this guy is in the past. He's like a couple thousand years ago, and he's a werewolf warrior. And he, there's like vampires, people, superpowers, stuff. This world's pretty mythological, kind of. But then when it gets to modern day, it's a lot less mythological. Like it becomes more hidden, kind of. But as far as in the past goes, he's a werewolf warrior. He's strong. He's buff. And then you cut to the modern day. Like he's like, oh, we're gonna fight forever, and then cut to him being a fat ass on his couch, having crumbs all over him. He's playing a video game with a mic on, chugging a beer. He's got a belly. He's got a Call of Duty shirt.
You wrote Fat Thor before Fat Thor.
Yes, I did, and it was Jason Momoa was who I thought would do it.
Yeah.
His image was completely the exact type of person I wanted to do this, so I pretty much drew it as him. And he would be the type of thing is he would start out kind of fat in the story, like where we would see him, but he'd be slowly getting back in shape. But the reason being that he's immortal basically, unless he gets killed. Like he is the longevity. Right. So it's like, if you were around a few thousand years ago, and then you're also around in the modern day, and the lifestyle is completely opposite, where like there's all this flavorful food, and he doesn't have to work because he's got things that are thousands of years old that are worth so much money. Like he doesn't need to work for a living. Like he can just literally chill and have fun. It's like that's what people want to do. So that's what he kind of wants to do, is just enjoy a modern day life. He doesn't want to have to fight everything all the time. Screw that, Yeah. But then that becomes his downfall, pretty much. So it turns from silly to tragic, and then it goes back and forth. Like the way I see it is like a split comedy / drama, And I have other images. The first concepts were in 2015 when I was starting to draw it for. I had an intro to cinema class in my college. That was the only cinema related class we had, was intro to cinema, and that's it. And they wanted us to make a storyboard of stick figures, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna draw it.
So this one here though, rookie, is this supposed to be now back in time?
This one's supposed to be in the modern day.
But so with the Blockbuster?
Yeah, this is like today.
Where is okay? But why is he going to a Blockbuster?
Well, no, see, it was hard. It's hard to draw it, but it's supposed to be a faded Blockbuster. If it was the real Blockbuster logo, it would have the yellow trim and the blue. This is a shut down Blockbuster. The point being, in movies they always go to like an abandoned warehouse. It's like the base for the bad guys. Well, I don't know of any warehouses in my town, but I do know of shut down Blockbusters.
And dude, you're ahead of Marvel on this one too, like the Captain Marvel film.
Yeah, I was. God damn it! I should have really had these ideas out before them, because I could have done some copyright stuff or something. But and I sucked at drawing eyeballs on small heads, so they look Chinese sometimes. Some of these, but you can see his Call of Duty shirt. This is his general look: brown huge coat, a gray shirt, Call of Duty usually, or some type of video game.
I really appreciate that he's portly.
Yep, he's hefty.
Yeah.
Is the idea, and they walk into this place. So the concept was, by at this point, like some of his friends in the real story, like some of his friends that he's known for a really long time, as well as Cora, which is the girl that he's with, have gotten captured, and he's trying to save them. And he's got to go to the place to meet up with them. The main guy, the bad guy over here, called Brock, is an African werewolf. Like he was a werewolf from Africa. And he's supposed to be black, but coloring the in black would look stupid with colored pencil. So I just decided to make him white, but I know he's black. So it's like, so he just wants to fight Ronan, basically. He's like, Ronan's just who I'm calling him, because I never gave him a full name. So, but I think of the Stargate Atlantis.
Shooting over here? What is she shooting? Like lasers? Blasting? Just like.
Yeah, she's got superpowers. So like, I'm thinking like a Kamehameha type thing, a key blast. And then there's, werewolf, which was
giving Snowdub a reach around.
Pretty much.
It takes two hands to milk a puppet, Snow.
Yep. Yeah, you got the girl drinking some blood. You got different animals on here on the shelves. You got fresh blood. You got human virgins over here. Nobody's caught that. I'm like, there's like a cage of people over here, by the way. It's like the sections.
Dude, that means business.
Exactly. I'm gonna check the chat in a second, guys. I'm just showing these.
Damn, what a rack she has.
Yep. See, this was a. At this point, I've learned how to draw boobs, and women are really like their bodies are easier to draw than a man's, I think, because the clothes, and you can just go with whatever type of shapes you want, kind of. As where a dude is pretty much either really buff or he's fat. It's hard to show normal on a dude.
It's hard to notice anything other than the huge rack. The one in the green's looking down at her too, like, man,
it's like, yeah,
she's really packing heat. Why did I have to stand behind Barbara for?
Yeah, which is something kind of funny that you bring that up. In a lot of my older stories, you'll notice a lot of lesbian stuff because in my head I was developing, so I was like saying more of that stuff, and it was like, yeah.
Well, they actually both. That actually looks like a lesbian couple right there.
Right here.
Well, yeah. If I didn't, I mean,
right here,
they both. Yeah, the main guy. If you told me he was a woman, I would think that was a woman too. But I know it's a guy, and I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, these are supposed to be like, whoa, like I was thinking anime, like, wow, gee, I'm good, gee, I'm evil, and it's a standoff, little staring contest.
Ooh, I like this. This is dark. It looks like she's dying,
and she's getting captured, damsel in distress. Yeah. That's another theme too that happened in a lot of my older stories. Those damsels.
She looks like she's about to open her mouth for Kermit.
Oh yeah, Kermit's a green peen once again.
Open wider.
Strikes again. Hands are my worst enemy in drawing.
Well, sometimes he has 5. Does he morph in fingers? Like sometimes he has 5 and sometimes he has 4?
I don't know. I think it depends on how much I fit. Like if there's room for a 5th one, cool. Dude, if not,
I'm joking with you, but this is awesome, dude. I like it so much. Dude, what are those 2 hands at the top in the red with the red?
Yeah.
And, what is that, a giant? What is that?
That's Cora's hands. So in the previous shot, there's this, and then there's this, and the purple and the black gloves are them holding on. So those are bound hands.
Nice.
And then he's taking off his jacket, shoving it off, and I'm gonna fight. But he's gonna try to beat him without turning into a werewolf, because the last time he did, he went ballistic. So and he hasn't turned into one in forever. So the longer you go without transforming, the less control you kind of have. So he's like not as with it. So he kind of gets his ass kicked the first round. And in the real version that I would do, this is kind of a spoiler for it, but like I don't intend him to win right away. It kind of fails. But for the sake of the story of the class and the storyboard, I had to change what it would happen for the panel for it to end up working.
I love this. Dude, he like this is a real hero's journey. He's like struggling, not like a Brie Larson character. Like,
yeah, pretty much. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like the first things I showed you were like, haha, it's kind of funny. The blockbuster, and he's kind of fat and food, and then oh shit. It's like okay, like that's kind of the thing I want. It starts off funny, and then it goes to kind of drama. Like it gets to the serious shit. It gets serious as it goes. Is kind of the thing.
Like a 32-ounce of cola right now and some Cheetos.
Yeah, he's definitely. I was gonna have a shot with him eating a chocolate bar when he's about to fight him. Like he's got a sword in one hand, a chocolate bar in the other, or something. It's gonna be the idea.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I couldn't.
If we just need to stop at Taco Bell real quick.
Oh yeah, we'll fight in a sec, bro. I just gotta get some food. That's pretty much the gist.
Got to carve up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and with this one, I did not want to draw 2 werewolves because I can only seem to draw their faces slightly, but it's like because they're hairy, they're really hard to draw. So I'm like, I can't draw their whole body, so I'm just gonna do panel shots of different stuff happening everywhere.
So cool.
I hate the close-up faces.
Did you just like make a bunch of panels on that, and then you just drew shit in?
Yeah, pretty much. Just drew a bunch of different boxes and then filled in the pictures.
Dude, it's so cool, dude. Like, I see that like in the filmmaking term. You know what I mean? Like that's that's the whole fight scene, right? I mean, it'd be like just on one page.
Pretty much. Yeah, this was supposed to be the like stick figure storyboard, but I can't do that. Like I always struggled in writing. Like when the teacher would say, "All right, write a 3-paragraph story," I'm like, "This is going to be 10 pages long. What are you talking about? I can't do 3. I can't do 3 paragraphs. That's not even a page." I can't do that. I can't just like that'd be like just barely doing the tip of the beginning. Like I'd be like, what do you mean? I can't just hey, so Sally went to the store and then she tripped over a thing and then a friend helped her and then now she's healed in the end. Like I can't do a story like that.
When I was in screenwriting class, the first assignment that you have is to tell your whole story in one sentence.
I kind of like that test because I kind of struggle at doing that, but
yeah,
that's a good thing to try to do. That's for kind of pitching, right? To like,
well, it's like it was for the writing process. Like the first thing you do is like the sentence should be when this happens because of this something. I forget the exact thing, but it was like a sign.
This happens, and then that causes this to happen, and then causes that to happen, kind of thing.
Because of this, whatever way it was formatted, I forget what it was, but you got to try to pitch it all in one sentence. And then the next assignment was now tell your story in 3 sentences. Now tell your story in 3 paragraphs, and then a page, and then 4 pages, and then we'd have to like write the first act of the screenplay without any dialogue. Weird stuff.
Damn. I like that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah, it would be fun. It'd be like, how the fuck do I say, like without saying any words, it'd make you think harder on the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of this one?
I love it so much. I love the imagery, the blood. Is that a portal? Yep. They're going into a portal.
Yeah, they're going to like a portal, pretty much. Yep.
And God, they have great titties. I love it. I just love this, dude.
Again, I feel like the hand is my enemy. I didn't know how to draw like a sharp hand with them having gloves on.
Is he holding his dick?
He's holding his arm and his fist is just hanging over.
See, I was just looking at his dick. Yeah, he's holding his arm. I didn't realize because he's bleeding from the arm, right?
Yeah, he's wounded. She was like firing the blasts and went his way, kind of. And he's like, all right, I can beat you guys, but it's too small here to fight when she can fire blasts like that. So.
His face looks like he's saying "silly bitch."
Yep, see you in a minute. Pretty much.
This is great, Rick.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the chat now real quick to see what they're doing. George Big Dick Lucas says, "I love the story idea." Let's see. Darn you, Megazord Jeremy. What's Megazord Jeremy doing? He says, "I still say no. Or I still say do a historical figures shared cinematic universe." Maybe I think he means like Abraham Lincoln or something. Like I don't really know what you mean, to be honest.
I kind of cut out. I couldn't hear what you were saying on that one. Say, can you? I don't see the one.
So Megazord Jeremy in the chat a little bit ago said, "I still this was a little bit ago actually." Said, "I still say do a historical figures shared cinematic universe." I don't know if he means like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Leonidas all team up or something. Like I don't really know what he means by that. That sounds like something,
Yeah, like I just like Martin Luther King's killing vampires.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I read the book actually.
A little bit ago, it looks like they answered your question. Mongo's Big Think said, "Yeah, Gerard Depardieu was the French chef in Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. That's the only one that I know him from."
I've seen him in hella films, but I've never seen that film with Queen Latifah. I don't watch too many Queen Latifah films. Was she in Soul Food? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. Big Dick George Lucas says, "Could be a comic, but I've never written a script before." Right, Kitty says, "That looks like the hallucinations that Gohan saw when he ate the alcoholic apple in DBZ Dead Zone movie." I understood that reference, right? I have seen that, definitely. I love that. But yeah, so when I was drawing this one, I was gonna like send something to my grandma because she I don't write to her too often, but I try to sometimes, and she was probably the main art person in my family. And like appreciates that kind of thing. So like, she's like, "Oh wow, you drew something," even if she has no idea what it is. That's kind of the idea I was going with. And then cool. I tried to fuse it with my alien idea from a long time ago.
Right.
I tried to. He's like, "What the hell?" He's like, what the fuck are these things?"
Yeah. They look like they're fighting.
Yeah, kind of. They're just like, okay, what do we do here? There's a little thing down here, which I don't know if he. See, I kind of think of these things as Pokemon because like I feel like he evolves into another thing, but I don't know if it's like evolution, but the same creature from the beginning is still around instead of being eliminated. Like I don't
I
know.
don't know. I feel like I'd have the same look on my face as that guy. Like, what the fuck are these things?
Fuck are these things? You see these pink things up here? I call them eco gliders. So I made like 7 different kinds of these from like water and flying, and these ones are kind of more simian like monkeys.
Does that bite them on the inside? Is that a mouth?
That is a mouth on the belly. Yes.
Oh my god, that's freaky.
It's like as big as a squirrel though. It's not that big. It's tiny little guys.
Yeah, but they look how he's gripped onto that thing though. You know, if they fell on you.
No, exactly. It's like that's kind of more like the things from Alien, kind of.
Yeah, no shit.
A little bit. Oh, this puppy was from back. This was in my mythology class in high school, senior year. We had an assignment to draw a monster, and I was like, okay, I'll make one from the moon Europa, from Jupiter's moon, and that's what I came up with.
That's awesome, dude. I thought it was my dad.
If only. These blue things in the middle are supposed to be his abs. I was right, Kitty probably knows. I was trying to go for like the Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku type of look, but
it looks like an upside down Snowdove penis.
It does look like Snowdove penis. Those are supposed to be his pecs and then his 6-pack or 4-pack, but the angle is all wrong. It should be centered a little more, and that could have looked fine, but.
Like he settled on the 6-pack. He quit working out before the 8-pack.
Yeah, there's too much stuff going on this planet, but I made him really buff.
Is he wearing jeans or is that just his leg?
That's just his bottom half. His bottom half just kind of looks like that, and they got the 3 toes and a weird tail and the spikes coming out. And then my buddies in the class, they didn't know how to draw really, so I drew one for him. So I made like an assassin-looking one from the same area or like the same type of species.
Hey, this guy has like Brie Larson feet.
Yep. Oh, he's got like spikes on the top and a different shaped tail, and
oh, that's a tail.
This one's wearing clothes though. He's wearing a hood and sweats.
But that's a tail though, for sure.
Yeah, that is a tail. It's not his dick. Okay. I promise.
I thought he was part frog.
No.
It's so sick. It's so awesome. It's like space. I'd like anything in space with their sword.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. Yeah, for some reason that's just a fun concept.
Yeah, dude, you got a lot of concepts, dude. Really impressive, man.
I appreciate it. Well, maybe I'll do another one where I, talk about, more of my ideas, I guess, in depth, and give people an idea on what it is. Maybe I'll actually try to make a comic book. I have no idea, but I'm glad that you like it, and I'm glad the people in the chat seem to like it well enough. But Kermit, before we head out, because we're going to be closing up real soon, it's been a little over an hour. You have an awesome story of yours as well.
I do.
I freaking love. So you got to share it.
Can I pitch the 2 real quick? I'll just give you a quick little pitch to them.
Yeah.
It's not even a pitch. The first one is called Blood in the Water, and it's a TV series now, and I have 8 episodes written, but I'll just basically summarize the first episode and the last episode. The first episode is Jesus Christ is, we're in the year like 0, and he's fighting vampires, and he basically the Roman Catholic Church is run by vampires. Like vampires run all of they're the elites in society are vampires at the time, since the time of like ancient Egyptians, right? So basically Jesus Christ is leading the army of Christ against vampires up until the year 300. Jesus Christ is immortal. He can't die, but he can get trapped. And so he basically gets trapped in a tomb for 1,000 years. And now I'm kind of running along. I should have practiced my pitch for this one. But it basically ends with Jesus Christ going on the Titanic. And it's basically Jesus Christ versus a horde of vampires on the Titanic. And the story is very similar to Die Hard. So it's basically Die Hard on the Titanic with vampires.
Well, that is a great idea, man. So, I know when you told me that the first time, I was like, how has anybody not heard of this.
Yeah.
How come nobody's come up with this idea yet?
It might be this is like a superhero almost, like every 1,000 in my story, Jesus can't, like, I'm not super religious, but I grew up Christian. Jesus can't go back home to God. Like he can't ascend to heaven until he kills all the vampires. And so he just can't die. So like he begins to hate humanity. And every 1,000 years, God sends down a new, like the next coming of Christ. And it's basically him trying to protect a little Chinese girl who's the second coming of Christ. And I have a whole backstory with her. She becomes like a vampire hunter called the Highlighter, and she can make nunchucks kind of like a lightsaber to kill vampires with. That's another story. Anyways, in my story, Jesus Christ has a compound called the Messiah Complex. I don't know. There's just so much into it. I could really read you I have like 2 pages of backstory, but I don't feel like doing that right now. But no, I really like that one, Rookie. But another one that I actually wrote 37 pages of a script for is called Dr. No Dick. And that's basically about a woman who is a former doctor, and her daughter commits suicide when she's in high school, after 2 boys and her have sex and they release it on the internet, and she gets embarrassed. So her daughter kills herself. So Dr. No Dick goes crazy and and she chops off the 2 boys' dicks, and she goes to jail. But eventually she escapes, and she starts murdering guys who run porno companies. So the story is about this guy named Rick from the Ouch Couch, where he fucks girls on the, unsuspecting girls, getting them to do casting couch videos. And Dr. No Dick and her henchmen kidnap Rick, and they try to torture him and kill him, and he ends up turning the tables and killing them. And that's it.
Chat, what do you think? I think that's the next best Hollywood blockbuster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like Disney, do you think you could fund Dr. No Dick?
I don't know if Disney would. What's one of their rivals right now? Sony?
Yeah, Sony.
Sony would do that. Sony should do that. But I think the Jesus one is hilarious. Like, that is just like, dude, he's got to kill his vampires. He can't really die right now. He's pissed off at humanity. Like, that's a cool concept. I can see that could be an awesome show or a movie series.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a show. He, and like I have him where every time he dies or gets killed, that body's dead forever. Like, there's a dead Jesus Christ there, but he reanimates in a burst of light. He reanimates he always comes back to life at 33, no matter what, and he just can't die.
So just never be a kid and never grow past 33.
Right. So like in the year 300, they toss him into a pit, this giant pit. And so for 800 years, until the Templar Knights discover him in the year 1100. From the year 300 to 1100, he just sits there going crazy on just piling up on top of bodies of Jesus Christ.
Oof. And he's like constant. He's like aware the whole time.
Yeah. And then after that, he goes fucking crazy. And then after that, he like goes like he like wants to be as far away from humanity as he possibly can.
That's crazy, dude. That's a great idea. It's a great character.
Thanks. And then, just by happenstance, he comes across the second coming of Christ, who's the little Chinese girl, who's, somehow it gets on the Titanic with him, and he tries to protect her, basically.
I love that this links to the Titanic. Titanic.
Because, the guy
vampires.
Yeah. And then I've watched all these documentaries on the Titanic, and like how it was a, JP Morgan was responsible for, like, they think that he could have there was a second ship of the Titanic, a twin ship that was actually made, and they said that one was damaged before it went out to use. And actually they just switched the ships for insurance purposes. So they wrecked the ship on purpose and killed all those people so he can get the insurance money. That's the rumor. But I'm using it as this guy was actually a vampire, and he turned it into a vampire buffet.
Vampire buffet. That's a great idea for a story, man. Seriously, like that. I gotta see that.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I gotta write that. I have, like I said, I've put some good amount of work into it. I just haven't actually written a script page.
You could have Leonardo DiCaprio or DiCaprio. You can have him, cameo in it.
Oh yeah, right. Well, for sure there'd be somebody named Jack there. I thought that for sure, and Rose.
Why not?
I was gonna have Jesus, Bane, Rose.
It'd be kind of funny too if you have the chick on the floating thing, the debris left over, and then you have a vampire kick her off. Yeah.
Dude, that's a funny kick noise that you just did. Like that. That's
this has been fun, man.
Yeah, Rick, you had a good time doing this. Man. I just the thinking about what I was going to say about the stuff. Like I just did it 10 minutes before the show, but it made me think I should write more like this stuff. So if we could talk about it again in another month or two, I'd love that, bro.
I think so. That'd be no problem. But as we are just about to start closing out, thought it'd be good to once again just kind of say, who the heck are you, Kermit? What do you do? Why are you on YouTube? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get monetized so I could have people pay for my cocaine and alcohol. You
have one part done. You got the 1,000 subscribers. Now time to get the watch hours.
Yeah, I got to get the 4,000 hours. So I've only made 15 videos though, less than that. So I got to get more. I make stuff. I'm always thinking about my projects and stuff, but I think I spend too much time worrying about instead of just getting something out. I don't know. I'm sure everybody struggles with that, right? Do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, the question is hey, do you want to post something every day, or do you want to take time to make the content that you want to make? I mean, with me, it's I want to make money on YouTube, but that's not the main goal here. The main goal is learning through YouTube how to get to where I want to be in the future, and that's to be a director. Yeah. And so I like talking about certain topics, like film topics, but I can't just write one every single day and make a video that's good to post every day. So sometimes it might take me a whole day to come up with the ideas and write a draft, and then another day to write the script and edit the script so it's ready to record, another day to record and maybe edit the audio files into the right order and cut out all the crap, and then start editing, and then the editing could take a little while. And then, make thumbnail and all that. There's a lot of stuff that can go into it. So
I don't think there's anything though I enjoy more than finally being finished with the project, uploading it, and then cracking a beer and just waiting for feedback.
Yeah, and you can't just do that every day, especially if you don't feel like you put as much into it. So
no, yeah.
I mean, no offense to anybody that does article stuff. I mean, that's fine, but that is quick content. That's mostly commentary.
For sure.
To where
creating stuff, Rookie. You actually create stuff. So do I. And it's different than like you said, just doing an article thing. But I get not jealous. I would like to do article stuff, but I don't know if that's for me.
You see, that's the thing too. It's there's a lot of stuff I want to comment on, but that's not what my passion is. I want to focus on what the passion is and make videos based on that. So that's why for some YouTubers it just takes longer. Like Mahler is a perfect example of somebody who releases a video once every 3 months, maybe, but he live streams a lot too in between. So he keeps people aware that he's there. But then the one video here and there.
That's cool. He sounds like an idol. I haven't really watched much of Mahler, but I will now. I mean, I know
he's worth it. He's worth it.
Yeah, I for the longest time I was getting him confused with Doomcock, but now I mean I know who Doomcock is, obviously.
Right.
I know who Mahler is. I just haven't checked him out, but I'm going to check him out probably tonight when I play some video games.
Yeah, that's a good idea, my friend. But yep, I am going to be closing us out now. It's been almost an hour and 20 minutes. But to close us out, I'm going to play the intro as the outro for this one last time to close us out, and then we shall be done. So here we go. Wrong one. Boom. And All right, that's the end. I just saw you real quick, Script Doctor, in the chat. Thank you for coming by. I'm glad that you liked my Rookie's Quest episode 1. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.
Later.